I hit the button. Are we live? Wow. Man, oh my God, we are finally live. Holy shit. We had some last second, we scheduled it at 8 o'clock, but we had some last second kind of cock-ups that we had to take care of. But it's only 8:03, so we are here. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Welcome, horror fans, to the season finale of Week in Horror. We are so excited to be here, and thank you to each and every one of you all for joining us on our very first live stream celebrating 1 year of putting this show together. We have an amazing show for you brought to, tonight with tons of stuff to get to. So we're going to kick this thing off. So this week for the show, we are covering films released September 13th through September 19th. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am JL, and celebrating with me tonight is my amazing co-host, Eugene, my man Alex, hello, Alex.
I don't know if Alex can hear you.
Oh my God, is Alex muted?
No technical difficulties here, guys. I figured it out. So what's up, guys?
And
How y'all
of course,
doing?
Joining us again for helping us out big time, the magnificent, the legendary Johnny O from the Plot Hole.
Hey, everybody! Glad to be here.
Oh goodness! This is intense. So, typically, for those who are familiar with the podcast, we do kind of a previous week, kind of an anecdote before we kick off on the films. But this time I kind of want us to reminisce. I want to kind of go back. We've been doing this for a solid fucking year now, and we had no idea it was going to go this far. So, there's kind of a story behind us putting this show together. I see that I'm still tiny. There I go. I'm big on the screen now. But there's kind of a story behind us doing this show. And I kind of want to go do a roundtable, kind of like start with Alex, and then we'll go to Eugene. Just kind of get your thoughts on, when you got brought into this, what your thoughts were, and, what it's blown up into. So, Alex, tell us what you think.
Okay, so you posted something on Facebook about a year and 3 or 4 months ago, and it was just like, hey, is anybody interested in talking about horror movies? And I was like, well yeah. And 52, technically, if you want to get technical, 54 episodes later, here we are live on the internet. It's not we struggled so hard in the beginning, those first few, but we stuck with that shit and we fucking went for it, and here we are. Now we can hop on the internet and say hi to you guys live, which is pretty sweet. So I'd like to say thank you to all the listeners that are here now and have listened to us from pretty much the beginning. We're here because of you guys. And so, yeah, thank you guys. It's good to be here with y'all.
Awesome. Eugene, thoughts on where we're at and where we came from, man?
Three-hour Skype meetings. Yeah.
Oh, Eugene, I'm sorry to interrupt. They're saying that they can't hear you. Are you muted?
Can they hear me now?
Good. Good.
Wrong commercial.
Wrong commercial.
Technical difficulty.
Live chat. Can you hear Eugene now?
You gotta say something.
Oh yeah. Testing,
Yeah,
testing,
say
Yeah,
testing.
talk
One,
to
two.
me.
Testing, testing. I'm like, can they? And I just see her quietly.
Yes, they can hear you.
Yes. They can
Okay,
hear
is there
you
any
now,
kind of
Eugene.
echo? Make sure it's about echo.
No, they would have let us know.
No, they would have let us
Okay,
know
all right.
immediately.
Well, what a goddamn shame because
Well, what a goddamn shame because that was a really nice story that Eugene told and nobody fucking heard it except for us.
It reminds me of like Forrest Gump, where he comes up and he gives a speech about the Vietnam War, and he's like, "That's all I got to say about that."
And you got Johnny G.
You got Jessica G in the chat live scoring this.
Yes, I'm aware that I'm not paying attention to it. Not at this moment. I got too much shit going on right now.
She's like, it's already 42 to 35.
Johnny,
we're like, what?
So Johnny, I dragged you in
as a guest host.
Kicking us
Because you helped out big time. Alex had some family stuff that he needed to take care of. Alex, we all hope I know everyone in live chat hopes. I hope that your dad is doing better. And Johnny was able to step up and fill the gap there. And what did you think when I pulled you into this? What did you expect?
I expected to come on and have an awesome time getting a nerd out about horror films. I mean, I've told the story a bazillion times, but I don't mind telling it again. That's kind of how the plot hole started. Our very first segment on the Jay Stone Show was a top 10 horror films. So this is a subject that I've always enjoyed, and I had listened to the podcast. I mean, that was on my. It's the only podcast I listened to outside of my own because I'm conceited. So JL, apparently you're echoing.
And someone's
Hang on, let me see if I can fix it.
Oh, they're on the ball. Is the echo taken care of?
Is the echo taken care of?
Are we clean?
Well, it takes about 15 seconds for them to let us know, so.
Yeah, that's true.
See, this is why you have me on at the beginning of the show. We can fix all the bullshit. That way when the guests come on, No
JL sound. Have we lost sound on me now all of a sudden? Eugene, what are you doing over there?
So let me do this.
Echo is gone.
Sounds good.
No, Eugene.
Hang on. I might have to do some headphone work here.
All good.
Can you hear Eugene?
We're good?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
What about Alex?
Yes.
What about Alex?
Yes, we're good.
You can probably hear me. I just pulled it up. It sounded like it sound was coming through Gene's microphone.
Eugene, look.
See what happened.
Get your director.
All right.
Just have some goddamn headphones.
All right. You have an amazing night scheduled tonight. Again, we got a bunch of stuff going. Let everyone in the live chat know. We do have one guest who wanted to and they're going to say hi. And we're going to check it with them appeared on the podcast. And we also have trivia questions for going to be talking about. Now, I have said before what we are talking about, and the trivia questions that we have for them will be very difficult. Now I can hear myself. Okay, come on, guys.
Okay, how's everybody sounding right now?
We have the Echoplex on. It's all right. The Echoplex is good.
Are we good?
Let's see here.
They're laughing their asses off at us.
They should. Yep. I see the scores for you. Oh, jeez.
We did a test run, Jessica, before all of this.
She can't hear
everything
you,
seemed to be fine.
See if that's better.
Okay, PhD Tony is correct. A world record attempt on most sound errors in one live stream. Okay, Jessica G says everyone, she can hear everyone now, so we're good. So don't fucking touch anything.
Just wait until the first guest calls in.
Oh God! Don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby.
Hey everybody, I know all the trivia questions, so if you're nice to me, I might give them to you.
But each one of us will be taking a movie. We'll be running down there. I know Johnny was going to pop out and kind of watch our tech in the background. So Johnny, thank you so much again for helping us out with this, and obviously getting our sound difficulties up before we have our first live guest come on, which should be here shortly. Can't wait to talk to him again because we haven't talked. He was our very first live guest that we had on our very first special guest that we had on the podcast. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, keep an eye out for those trivia questions. They are particularly difficult. The prizes we're giving away are really, really good, and they cost me a fair amount of money. So I made the trivia questions very hard so that you can earn these prizes because they're kind of expensive. So we want to give you the best.
Before I want to duck out, I want to say this. Congratulations, guys. I know how difficult it is to go a year. You guys have a great show, so I expect more out of it. Another year or 2 or 12 or 10. However many years you guys do this, you're going to find success. This is an amazing show. I'm so proud to be a part of it. Thank you guys for having me on. I'll come back later, but you guys have fun.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it, sir. We should be having our first guest popping on here pretty soon.
He just popped in for a second.
Is he there? All right. So if he does pop back in, we're going to carry on with the show. And if he pops back in, we'll take a moment to break off and we'll talk to him. So let's get low. We're here to talk about fucking horror movies, right?
Yeah, some good ones. Some good ones this week.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to kick this bad boy off. The first movie that we will be talking about tonight is the movie Seven, released September 22nd, 1995. Directed by David Fincher. Oh, wait. Do we have somebody?
What's up? Can you hear us?
Hey. Oh, I think they're saying they can't hear you again, Eugene. PC Tony, I shored up that plot hole that you told me about that one time. You have to pay attention to the script. Yeah. Awesome. Jessica G is freaking killing me. This scoring thing that like podcasts ago, just wrecking me. I can't score a point. Like you said, I can't score a point. Like you said, I can't score a point to save my fucking life. So we good? Matt?
I can hear you.
Matt? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Matthew Mark Hunter, director. This kid. First off, he was our very, very first special guest. And I want to check that the echo is back, Eugene. That happens sometimes when we add somebody. When we add a new call in. All right. So, yes, Matthew Mark Hunter. I want to introduce him, the director of, what is it now, Matthew? Over 100 short films?
120.
120 short films. This kid is fucking crushing it. So I think it was something like, 90 when you were on the show, right?
Yeah.
Friggin' amazing. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen in the audience, Matthew Mark Hunter out of Ohio, who is pretty much... okay, Matthew, first of all, we say 120 short films. How old are you?
20. 20
years old. And he's crushed out 120 freaking short films, which is absolutely amazing. So, dude, it's been a year, almost a year, close to a year since you were on the show. What have you been doing? We want to catch up with you. What's been going on lately?
Always the same stuff. Just been hammering out film after film. And going back to school again, but had to slow down a month due to COVID.
Yeah, it fucked up a lot of people's shit.
Yeah, but other than that, it's all been the same stuff. I'm starting I actually started a new kind of film series, and I'm starting up a second one next year.
Sweet.
Just knocking it out. Ooh, high praise.
Thank you.
Well, definitely, Chief. It's friggin' awesome, and thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. I wanted to give you an opportunity to everyone out in the audience, to shill whatever you want to do, like where people can find your stuff. Let everybody know so they can subscribe to your channel and check out the work that you're doing.
Yeah. You can Facebook me, Matthew Mark Hunter, or MMH Productions on Facebook. My Instagram is also MMH_Productions. YouTube channel is MMH Productions as well. We are currently editing a new feature film, and the rest of the year we're working on 3 more shorts. I recently started a kids channel, Matthew and Ophelia's Wonderful World of Fun on YouTube. It's a kids show, and we bring out new episodes every Saturday morning at 11. And then starting next year, I'm bringing out Nightmare Valley films. Those films will not be available on YouTube because YouTube has all the new rules set out and you can't show certain stuff. Mm-hmm. So Nightmare Valley films is basically all 18 and older horror film content, crazy blood, gore, nudity, sex, violence, all the things you wouldn't be able to show is going to be directly to Nightmare Valley films. All the hard R, crazy horror films is what we're starting next year too.
Getting into it.
Awesome.
Hey.
So definitely, Matthew, thank you so much for popping by. One more time for the people in the audience, what is your YouTube channel again?
MMH Productions.
So definitely search out MMH Productions on YouTube. Hit them with the subscribe. Check out Matthew's work. He does everything practical, everything in camera, and like I said, 120 short films under your belt. God damn, dude, I don't even know how you do it. Just cranking it out. But we've always anticipated great stuff from you. We cannot wait to see what you come up with next. Best of luck on the kids show, which is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So yes, Matthew Mark Hunter. Friggin' director, man. Kicking ass, taking names. Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, boss.
Yep. See you later.
Friggin' awesome.
Cool.
Dude, that kid is so friggin' cool.
He's always doing some just crazy amount of stuff.
It's
we're working
wild.
on 97 films, and we got like 16 different types of films we've never tried before. It's great.
And busting it out. I mean, and I love his work. I love his work because he makes his own rules. He does it how he wants to do it, and I love the fact that he relies so heavily on practical effects. The kid's gonna go. He's only 20 years old. The kid's gonna go far. That right there is a dude who's forging his own path. So I recommend everybody check out his channel and check out the work that he does. So let's get back into it because we were talking about the movie Seven, and Seven. Well, like that, directed by David Fincher and written by Andrew Kevin Walker, starring Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, Gwyneth Paltrow, John C. McGinley, and of course Kevin Spacey. And the plot summary was a weary detective and he's not really a rookie, but a new kind of like upstart detective joined together to take down a serial killer who kills his victims in the form of the 7 deadly sins. I know everybody out there is most likely seeing this film because this is a seriously huge movie, despite what PhD Tony says about it. Eugene, say they can't hear you again. Let us know in the live chat if you can't hear Eugene. But I remember I wanted to kind of go around. I remember when I first saw this movie. I saw it. I actually took my first girlfriend on a date. I was 15, she was 16, and somehow we got into this movie. And yes, and we both went to go see Seven. That was the first movie we went to go see together. It was pretty insane. But I remember seeing it and was blown away by this. And I think it was very affecting as far as the direction I would go as an artist and a creator in my film career. What about you, Alex? When did you first see it?
I saw this movie sitting on the couch at home sometime between middle school and grade school. So I was pretty young when I saw it on TV because I was home from school sick. Just turned the TV on and I saw this movie and I watched it for, I think I made it through the first 2 murders and I was so young at the time that I was like, oh my God. And so I turned it off. And then I didn't see it again until I was like probably 14 or 15 years old. But same situation. It was on TV every time I saw it.
Nice. Eugene, apparently they still can't hear you. And Jessica G loves your laugh. Well, while he's figuring out why you can't hear him, and I will find out when he first saw the film, I want to let PhD Tony know. PhD Tony, the whole reason that the whole thing you said, the plot hole you said, where he was planning this whole thing for a year, but Mills wasn't in town like that, just because when they illegally showed up and checked out his apartment and he opened fire on the big chase scene, the whole reason it went down is because you remember the phone call that John Doe has with Mills in the apartment. The phone call, he states he's going to have to accelerate his plans. That's who he was going to pick. So he was doing his research then. And it just happened to be that it was probably going to parse out a bit longer, but he had to ramp everything up because they found him too quickly because he wanted to control when they would find him. But they surprised him. So that is that plot hole. He just had to ramp everything up, and that's why he ran and killed Tracy to kind of kick off the whole thing with Brad Pitt to ensure that he would murder him in the end.
Boom.
Plot hole. So now apparently they can't hear me. Now they can.
I can hear both of you.
We can hear each other. which I guess is what's important.
That's
But,
all that matters.
Eugene, when did you first see Seven?
Holy crap! What's in the box? I can see the TV going, "What's in the box?" And Eugene's like, "What's in the box?" TV, "What's in the box?"
Now,
probably
I know everybody has something that they love. They absolutely love about this movie. And what I dug the most was, out of all of it, what I really, really enjoyed the most was the chemistry between all the leads. Everybody was on point here, because I could firmly, it just sometimes, actors, they just click, especially when they all believe in the script, they all believe in what they're doing, and the dichotomies between John Doe and Morgan Freeman's Somerset and David Mills, everybody, even the people around them, with Gwyneth Paltrow, who is like the innocence of the movie, but everyone works so beautifully, which is what happens when you have a crew come together and they all believe in the idea and they all put their best foot forward. So I really, really loved just the acting itself. Just the chemistry between all the actors was fantastic. What about you guys? Still can't hear you, Eugene.
More how stilted it is, and more. Okay, hang on, quick. Okay, and so, and so. Oh, we do. Hang on, real quick. They were there for. Oh, there we go. Okay, give me just 1 second. Yeah, let me go ahead. We have our next guest coming in. Let me merge her in real quick. All right.
How we looking?
Yay!
All right. There she is. Let me size it real quick. Because you're super tiny in the window. Give me 1 sec.
It's so good to see your faces.
Oh, it's so amazing. Hey!
Hi!
We got her size correctly?
Hey, there we go.
Awesome. Oh my God.
Yes.
Everyone in the live audience, everyone in the live stream. Actress Chrissy Corville, and a very, 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 very dear friend of mine. We actually went to the same school together, which is kind of cool. She was in the same semester as my wife, who's one semester behind me. But an amazing actress. Chrissy, you're out of Kansas City, right?
Yes. Currently, I'm supposed to be heading to LA soon. If the world decides not to end, and California doesn't burn up in the ocean. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
It's freaking crazy out there. But yes, to all the live audience, Christy Corville, star of Brave Danger and the upcoming Pray For Me.
Yes.
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything about Pray For Me. I might have to director on that one. With the director on that one. Found Wandering Lost is coming out soon.
Awesome. Awesome.
We were talking about a little zombie short. It's a little zombie short, a 6-part series, and they're going to make it a feature film. They've kind of woven all the stories together, which is really exciting. We're about to shoot the 5th installment I don't think I'm allowed to say anything, but I might show up in that one again as something really good. I don't know. We'll find out. How are you guys?
Doing excellent. Thank you so much for stopping by. This 1 year live stream with us. Wow, your camera. Eugene, are you able to center that?
Oh. Good.
It's Eugene's first day. Let's give him a break.
Awesome. Well, yeah, we definitely wanted to catch up with you and see how you were doing, Christy. And it's been a minute since you were on the show, and just kind of celebrate with us as you know, shit. We've been doing this for a fucking year now, and
it's so awesome. I hope you do. This is really exciting. I'm really proud of you guys. And you actually made me a lover of horror films again. Stop watching.
Oh, sweet.
I did your podcast, and now I can without having nightmares. I mean, it's different when you're in them, and then when you watch, two different things. Because you get to see all behind the scenes. Then when you watch them, you forget. It's terrifying. So I'm a big wimp. Right. Oh, there's the blood cannon. Yeah, right. Exactly. How fun!
That's
So
awesome.
how long have you guys been live tonight?
So far we have been up. Looks like. Where is it at? I have no idea where the time thing is. We went live a little over 30 minutes. A little over 30 minutes. But apparently we are having buku fucking sound issues.
No.
I know. I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated because it's supposed to be sorted out. Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
It's like our first two episodes, man. Since this one's live, everybody gets to watch it.
Right. I know. I get to see your faces last time. So this is exciting.
Yeah,
This is really cool. Yeah. Well, we do super appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, of course. I just love catching up with you, Jared. Send my love to Angela. I didn't get to see your last time voice. This is really exciting. And now that life is starting to open up a little bit. I think last time I talked to you guys, it was before the whole world shut down and was quarantined. But I was stuck in quarantine. And then the last day, we were so excited. We're like, wake up tomorrow. We get to join the free world again. And everybody went on lockdown. So all these fun projects we had lined up got pushed to next year. So I'm excited to finally get to shoot again. And I get to work behind the scenes. Mike, the short film that we're adding to the zombie series, the zombie Blue Cinema. I'm UPM, so I get to be behind the camera again, which is a lot of fun. I haven't done.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah. Really, yeah. I'm excited. But. Yes. Basically, I make sure all the teams and everybody is supposed to be. Fingers crossed. I can't find my own keys in my house half the time. Hopefully, I don't lose any extras or producers. God knows what. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And let's see. Do I have anything else going on? I don't know. I'm just excited to be talking to you guys. On Flame.
Well, it's friggin' awesome, Dave. Friggin' awesome. Yeah, go ahead, awesome. Yeah, go ahead,
I
Alex.
said, look, people. We actually get to see people. We actually get to see people.
Right? Without masks on, too.
You just got to sanitize everything when we're done. When we're done.
That's true. Yes. That's true. That's true. I think my hands are permanently dry from all the hand sanitizer.
2020's been weird. 2020's been weird.
Exactly. I mean, seriously, how many horror films do you think are going to be based on 2020 after this is all? If it ever.
Oh, we've already seen. We've already seen. Yeah, we've already seen a big uptick of, like, I would say pandemic. Pandemic movies or pandemic movies. I think the most recent one I saw was Ebola Rex, which had like an Ebola affected Tyrannosaurus that attacked the city. So I have no freaking.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
you have so many things to choose from other than coronavirus. You've got the fires. You've got the crazy tornadoes that have been happening. Whatever happened to the murder? Wasn't that a thing? And wasn't that a thing?
I read somewhere we have some alligators now that are all hopped up on pain meds. People flushed down the tube. Seriously. It never ends.
No, that's just
All
like
right.
Florida. That's just
All
like
right.
Florida, I think, on a Wednesday.
Right.
And what? I mean, can we go back to like the dudes that were dressing up as clowns? People, I'd rather like risk my life with the killer clowns.
Christy, I really appreciate you popping by. Apparently, Eugene, we've got major echo issues. Have you not sorted that out yet? Have you not sorted that out yet?
Who's echoing?
I can help you guys out quite a bit.
Yes, that'd be fantastic.
Just send me the stream key. I'll take over the stream. Send me the stream key. I'll take over the stream, and you guys don't have to worry about tech, and I'll just I'll run the boards.
Switching.
Right.
Fucking did crazy. All right. Well, Christy, I do apologize. I thank you so much for popping by. We're so glad you were able to. Really do appreciate it. And we hope to have you on the show again in the future, especially when you have more stuff coming out that you can talk about.
I love that.
We're gonna roll on with the show. So thank you again so much. We love you.
Love you guys. Give hugs all around. Give Angela my best, and have a great show, guys. I can't wait to listen.
Will do, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Before something else happens. Alex, do a dance or something, because apparently I need to get this over to him because we don't know how to fucking tech, apparently.
I got a bird.
No, yeah, that's a OBS. That's just would you have to deal with that? So, yeah.
Yes, Johnny O came in to save us. Jessica G.
Always.
Okay, hang on a sec, because I have I went to go look to see if I could pull the stream key, and I lost like the screen. I couldn't see the live stream, and everything went away. So I have no idea what the hell is going on. I can't. I don't.
Didn't you send it to Eugene via private chat? Yep.
Let me see here. Okay. Copy. And
PhD Tony, you are right on top of it as usual.
Fucking killing me. Now I can't. There you are. There you go. You got the stream key.
All right, give me just a second, gentlemen. You don't need to do anything right this second.
Jessica G, how is it that I don't even know if she can hear me? Are we still echoing?
Stop yours, Eugene.
Are we still echoing?
Stop yours, Eugene.
All right, I'm stopping.
See if this helps.
Alex went small again.
Don't worry, we'll
Wow, thanks for
we're
throwing me
gonna
under the
fix
bus. Though.
We're gonna fix Alex. Fixing Alex.
It's a fucking clusterfuck. Oh my God.
Alex is fixed. Everybody should have good sound.
Oh man, it sounded like it was easy. I was like, oh, I could do this. This is fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, I can't speak, or then if I speak, everybody else doesn't. And I was like, oh, I have this like guest window pop up, and I was like, so I can plug people in, and then it would stop accepting people, so I have to create one for Matt real quick.
All right, so everybody should be good to go.
Excuse me, how can a bunch of like freaking 12-year-old kids figure this shit out?
Can hear Alex. Can't hear Eugene. Eugene, I think it's something on your end.
Let me see. Let me mute.
Because say something.
Say testing.
Yeah, I've got you through my end, so I don't understand why it's not. Everybody should be able to hear you, because if they can hear Alex and JL, then everybody else is good. I mean,
does everybody can hear me?
Okay.
Yes, NA. That was a clusterfuck. We thought we had this under control, but apparently we did not. So
no echo, but now everyone has a Canadian accent, eh?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Don't you know? You betcha.
Yeah, hoses. All right, Eugene, everybody can hear. Everybody hears. Boom! Look, Johnny O, from the plot hole.
We're gonna have to start paying this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna hang around while you guys do the rest of your show.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, I'll be in the background. So if I pop in every now and again, that's why.
Sounds fucking wonderful. Okay, how about this? So, PhD Tony, you're fucking funny. Okay. So we have times. You know what? We fucked it up. Or the whole thing was so. How about this? Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a trivia giveaway. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Let's try and make it up by giving away some really, really cool shit. So our first giveaway is horror. We have a bunch of horror shit that we want to give away to you. And this is going to be a trivia question. So, and this is a difficult trivia question. But first, let me show you what prize we're giving away.
Oh, Jared's not coming back.
Courtesy of Displate, we have, and I know I'm kind of there, but here we go. Hope people can see this.
Oh, look at that!
A Displate for the movie 7.
Cool. Is that metal?
That is metal.
Sweet.
So Displate does really, really cool stuff. I have several of their things here in my office. I really, really love Displate's work, and we're giving that away for answering this trivia question. Ha, 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 Jessica G, you're funny. I hope everybody can see that. Yes, okay, people can see that. Excellent. So here is the question, the trivia question for the movie 7. And we'll be checking out I have the studio up here on the screen. So the first answer that comes through on the studio, not the live chat, on the studio, that is correct, you will win the 7 Displate poster. Okay? And the question is this. In what city is 7 set?
Yes.
So throw that answer out there. And the first person to get that correct will take home this awesome Displate. So in what city is 7 set? I'll be watching the chat to see who comes up with that first. All right. So I've been yapping my gums for quite a bit. Let's move on to the next to the freaking next movie we have. So Eugene, what do we have?
Okay, so the next movie we have is a film that it is called The Void. Yes. And so The Void was actually released September 22nd, 2016, and it was directed by Stephen Kostansky and Jeremy Gillespie. And it stars Aaron Paul, Kenneth Welch, Daniel Fathers, and Ellen Wong. And basically in a nutshell is you have some cloaked cult-like figures that trap a police officer and patients and staffers inside of a hospital that happens to be a gateway to evil.
That's an understatement.
The crazy shit happens. That's what it is.
The amount of this movie was great because the effects in this movie were fantastic because it was mostly practical effects that like plagued these people. It was great. The scene that popped into my head when we first were decided to talk about this movie was when they were like wrestling on the ground and dude like starts to get stabbed and the cop starts to get stabbed in the chest with a knife, and it was like it reminded me of like Saving Private Ryan when they did the scene in that where the dude gets stabbed in the chest. It was like I was having flashbacks of like, but it was done so well, and I love this movie specifically because it was not like super like weird CGI evil. It was like these like cloaked figures. It could just be a bunch of normal people you don't know. It's like one of those when we talked about I can't remember what movie we talked about it in. But the just having like the sense of like real something that could actually happen to you. These people in a cult could definitely show up, especially in 2020. You never know. They could just show up in your life, you know. And you've heard throughout the years, serial killers. I was just listening to a podcast about serial killers and cults and Marilyn Manson and how you get these like big groups of people that'll come in and show up at your house and kill you and your baby, and it's terrifying.
Damn, yeah.
Well, I absolutely love the practical effects in this film, and that they didn't rely on CG because given the moodiness and given the setting, they definitely going the John Carpenter route with the really really extreme practical effects sold this movie a lot better than any kind of CGI would, because CGI, especially when you have so many scenes that are set as dark, those will stand out really really badly. And so I'm so glad they got a top-notch effects operator on there to really bring the monsters to life, especially that last one that gets birthed out of the chick at the end. And it's just like, that shit was fucking that shit was fucking insane. So it's fucking crazy. But this is freaking amazing because as of recent we have seen a rise in Lovecraftian horror, which is my favorite kind of horror. There's my man right there. And with The Color Out of Space, with films like The Void, with films like Mandy, we're seeing, and of course Lovecraft County that just came out on HBO. So we are seeing this interesting rise in Lovecraftian horror, and it's oddly timed because I know that there's a group out there who's trying to cancel Lovecraft County for its kind of the racist themes that are within that film, because it reflects H.P. Lovecraft's writing itself. But I love this, and I love that we've got the Dunwich Horror coming out here pretty soon. And another one I could recommend is Black Mountainside to anybody out there listening, to anyone in the audience. Check that one out. So, but definitely some really really cool stuff on the horizon, and I'm glad that this area is finally getting tapped by talented directors who have the money and the budgets, or have the budgets to really put forward an excellent effort, so we don't get the kind of laziness we've gotten in the past.
And I think this is the real time period where we've talked about how the rise of intelligent horror. And this is what H.P. Lovecraft, his time to shine, because a lot of his horror is intelligent, it's thought-provoking, and also you get the sense of dread where we don't necessarily have to have the Hollywood ending in a lot of horror movies. Well, it all kind of works out. We're starting to get, like with Hereditary. Hereditary doesn't have a happy ending at all. Midsommar doesn't have a happy ending. And I think the audience is finally beginning to go, we're okay if there is no final girl, or there is no romantic couple that get together at the very end and we progress and all this other kind of stuff. So this is the time for H.P. Lovecraft to shine.
Awesome.
That's a super good point, actually, about because I mean, like, that's how we grew up. We grew up with the feel good endings, and then you start getting later. This was back in 2016, we said, and it was like this movie was kind of ahead of its time, because if that were to come out now, I think it would strike a little bit harder. Just like, I mean, we've all had to deal with just this crazy year of like just this bad stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, like you said, this would be the perfect time for Lovecraft to pop in and be like, yeah, you want to see how bad it can really get? Like,
you think it's bad now? We're like, no.
We're gonna watch these movies and be like, okay, so it could get worse.
There we go. Awesome. So I absolutely love this movie. The Void, so freaking cool. I think I caught it by accident. I think I saw it on. I was just browsing films on Xbox Live, and I came across like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. I see tentacles and stuff. That should be cool. No tentacle porn jokes from you, Jessica G. I don't want to fucking hear it.
She's already sent like 10. She's just waiting.
I know, right? Okay, so they're so they're wanting me to repost a question in the chat. So I'm going to repost a question real quick. Probably so someone can copy and paste it, throw it in Google.
And find nothing.
Hey. Those are our fans you're talking about.
In what city was 7 set? That is the current trivia question. But we have another trivia question coming up, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do, actually. So,
do you want to give him this one?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him this one. But actually, first though, for the Void, show them the prize.
Show them what they can win.
Yes, I will show them what they can win. So here is our trivia prize for the Void.
Some headphones. Cool.
Yeah, nice.
All right. So the prize we will be giving away for the Void is an official The Void t-shirt.
Nice.
I managed to find one of these.
They are
this was hard to find.
Yes.
This one was tough to find, but I was able to find one from when this came out in 2016. But this shirt, this Void shirt, will be yours if you can answer the upcoming trivia question. Go ahead, Eugene.
So the trivia question is, the tagline for the Void is, "There is a hell, this is worse." What previous horror film used this tagline first? The tagline is, "There is a hell, this is worse." What horror film used this tagline first? And remember, it is the first at Weekend Horror in the chat, and it's the first one we see in the studio. Hey, you can win an awesome shirt.
I told these people these trivia questions would be difficult. I told them it would be. I really did. I'm not I'm not fucking around on these.
So yeah, people are like, you did your research and you went and Googled this stuff and it doesn't pop right up.
It doesn't. You got to go looking for this stuff, which is why we've had virtually every single city in America listed for 7, and no one has gotten it yet. Thank you, Jessica G, for letting us know that me talking is an audio issue. I appreciate that. feel the fucking love.
Jessica G is brutal.
She is so brutal.
She is.
She's been on a mean streak as of recent. Fuck.
Somebody's got to keep you in check.
This is so wild. Alex, what do we have up next, man? Freaking
Moving
killing
on
me.
Next. You guys are bashing them so hard. It's awesome. All right. Okay. All right. Hey, let's do a fun one though. September 24th, 2004. We've got Shaun of the Dead. This
Yes.
This was directed by Edgar Wright. See, now you passed it on to me, Eugene. Thanks. Written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. Starring Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Kate Ashfield, Lucy Davis, Dylan Moran. And,
Sorry to interrupt. We do have a winner in our first trivia question. Sir Pika Pup the Benevolent. Although it's not really a trick question, it does leave, I will accept, ambiguous. Because the city in 7 was never defined. It was unspecified. So, yes, I will accept that as a correct answer. Trick question 7 leaves it ambiguous. Yes, congratulations, Sir Pika Pup. The Benevolent, you have won the Displate 7 metal poster.
Nice.
Awesome. Congratulations. Yeah.
Freaking sweet. Sorry to interrupt you on there, Alex, but our second trivia question is still out there. The tagline for The Void was "There is a hell, this is worse." What horror film used that very same tagline first? Let us know in the chat. I'll be keeping my eyes open. So, Alex, continue, please.
All right. So Shaun of the Dead. If you haven't seen it, then can we really be friends? But
lock you under.
This, I'm going to leave IMDb's description of this movie up as a man's uneventful life is disrupted by the zombie apocalypse. And it's as simple as that. Mundane life of a man, Simon Pegg, gets turned upside down when the zombie apocalypse happens. Except it's not as scary for them as it is just absolutely fucking hilarious.
This is, so 2004 may be the greatest year of zombie films because you have Shaun of the Dead and then you had Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead that came out. It came out in the same year, and both of them were culture defining in different ways. Like usually you'll have like Deep Impact and Armageddon came out in the same year. They're like, oh, they're both asteroid films. But this is with Zack Snyder's like super scary running zombies, and then you get Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright's film that is like the complete opposite.
We got our next special guest calling in.
Oh yes.
Awesome. I am merging that call in now.
All right.
Let's hope not everything goes to absolute shit.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
All right, let's see what we got going on here. Where are they at?
We got Johnny on the 1s and 2s.
Now, she was going to be using a headshot. I don't think she's going to have her camera on, though.
Headshot.
Yeah, it was full of a headshot for her.
Boom. Well, I don't have the headshot, so you get the blue Skype cloud.
Blue Skype cloud, I guess that will work. I can send it to you real quick.
Cool.
Let's see.
Do I need to send something?
Oh no! Oh, we got a photo already.
Okay.
There we go. Oh my God, Rebecca!
Hi.
Rebecca!
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the live chat, actress Rebecca Kennedy, live from Los Angeles. So you're in LA, right?
Yes, I am. How are you?
Awesome. Doing good. Rebecca Kennedy, star of House Hunting, Bastard, Let Me Make You a Martyr, and the upcoming, or is it already out, A Dark Foe?
It is not out yet, but hopefully.
Soon to come out. Okay. Oh, it was so amazing. It was so amazing having you on the show last time. The audience response to you was fantastic. So friggin' amazing. And thank you for taking the time. I know your schedule is insane. Thank you for taking the time to come out and join us. What do you have going on nowadays? I mean, I know things are crazy out there.
Yeah, I mean, quarantine for the last 5 months. So that quarantine life. So mostly been doing that, honestly, for the last, many months. But now, TV and film is coming back. Episode, hopefully more stuff to come on that front for sure.
Oh, fantastic! That's so awesome.
You were You were stuck in LA the whole time quarantine was going on.
Yeah, I did go back to Texas, which is where I'm from, to visit my family. But just because I hadn't seen them in so long, and I wasn't sure, what the rest of the year would look like. So that was nice. Yeah, I've been here for the majority of it.
It's been a lot. It was a lot stricter out there than it was in Texas for sure.
Oh yeah. We're still, we still can't eat inside. Movie theaters are still closed. No theme parks are open. So we're still under it for sure.
Oh wow. No. Oh.
Glad you're staying safe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Now, where are you in relation to the fires? Because I heard there's like some smoke over in LA right now.
Yeah. So I'm not close enough that I have to evacuate. Thankfully, we're pretty surrounded by nothing that can burn, which is good.
Oh no! Thank goodness.
Yes,
I am so thankful for that. But the smoke has definitely been a big issue because I'm not that far from them as far as distance. But the smoke has been awful. My father-in-law is actually here from Texas. He's a firefighter in Flower Mound, and he's out here helping to fight. So I get so much props to them because it is an awful situation to be in. So they're all they're the real heroes for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I actually live not like 15 minutes from Flower Mound.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're glad you are definitely staying safe and that you're doing good right now. And I know productions are just kind of a lot of them are just in limbo right now, still kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. I know a few have kind of kicked back up just here and there, but we're still waiting.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few that have started shooting. Like I did an episode of Station 19 earlier this year, and
that was gnarly, by the way. That was really gnarly.
Yeah, I caught that. That was insane.
That was so much fun. I had so much fun shooting that. The cast, oh man, and the crew, they're amazing. They're so kind, generous, and it was so it was so fun when I first read the sides. Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy, they both do a lot of shows. They do dummy sides, so you don't really know what's going on, so that nothing leaks, to the public. And so in the initial audition, I was just robbing like a pharmacist or something, and then when I got the role, I got the script, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Yes, I saw when I first saw the I guess it was the on the next episode that clip, or I saw that clip.
Yeah.
Trailer for the episode. And you sticking the gun in that dude's face. The gun was almost as big as you were.
They give you like a rubber gun when you rehearse, but then when you shoot, it doesn't shoot bullets. It's just an airsoft gun, but it's the weight of a real gun. And my arm at the end, I was so tired.
That's amazing.
The director's like, hold it. Arms just shaking. Can we cut yet?
It's like, use the shaking. It's okay. Like you can shake, because I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can hold this. Not prepped, but yeah, they're back to shooting, so they have started season 4, and so other shows are going to be starting next month as well. So it's exciting. It's exciting that stuff's back up and running, and I think they're working hard to do it safely and to bring hopefully some shows to us starting November, and then next year of course too. So
fingers crossed.
Yes. And thanks for watching my episode. I really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. And for those in the live chat who were curious, yes, that was an episode of Station 19 that Rebecca was on. And I don't know episode, but it is gnarly as fuck. I was like, God damn when I saw it. So, but definitely, well, Rebecca, is there anything special coming up, or anything we can expect, or are you sworn to secrecy on anything?
Well, I do have my movie Limbo that's out now for anybody that wants to. Speaking of the fact that we've been in limbo, it feels very
yes.
I see what you did there.
Here in quarantine. And I play a really fun another drug addict, but she's really interesting, and it was a lot of fun to shoot. And so that one's out on iTunes and and Amazon and anywhere you can rent movies, for a couple bucks. And then I have a couple movies I did, like you mentioned, A Dark Foe, that we got to see earlier this year that hasn't come out yet. So hopefully that will be coming out soon with Graham Greene and Selma Blair. And then I have another movie I did called Los Angeles that I got to see a screening for over Zoom, which was interesting, just so that we could see the movie. Hopefully we'll have a proper premiere here at some point. But I play a mute who goes on a journey with an escaped convict. So I'm really excited for that one. I'm really pleased as well with how it came out. I'm excited for people to see it. And then the rest is in the works that I can't say yet. So.
Well, the trailer for Los Angeles was cute as hell. I think that one's going to be amazing and so friggin' sweet. Well, working with Graham Greene and Selma Blair, that was pretty. The trailer for A Dark Foe looked intense. So I can't wait. I can't. That one I'm particularly looking forward to.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, Graham, I didn't get to work with Selma Blair, but I worked with Graham Greene really closely, and he's awesome. Such a nice guy, and it was really interesting to hear the different stories he would tell about different projects he's worked on. And he's a really fascinating, interesting person as well, a great actor. So
awesome.
Yeah.
We have a question for you in the live chat. Jessica G wants to know if you prefer. I don't even know if you've seen both these. If you prefer the movie 7 or the movie Hellraiser 3.
7, I have to say.
7.
Yeah.
That's such an odd choose between
Yeah.
So great.
It's YouTube. It's YouTube. What do you expect?
I love it. I love the movie. I love 7. It's just such a great movie. So I just have to go with that one for sure.
Yeah, we actually just got done talking about that one. All right.
Awesome.
Well, goodness, Rebecca, I know you're crazy busy. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi on our epic 1-year live stream that we are completely and totally fucking up all over the place.
No, congrats on season finale. That's amazing.
Yes, 1 year, one solid year we've been doing this, and it's you were one of our earliest special guests to come on the show, and it's so cool to have you back. So, but yeah, I can't believe it. Yeah, I've been dealing with these guys for a year.
Yeah.
Well, they've been dealing with my ass for a year.
Well, I'd love to come back anytime. So let me know.
Absolutely.
Oh,
thank you so much again.
Thank you, and have a great night. Congrats again.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
She is so absolutely cool. I love her to death. I can't wait to see the next couple of films that she's got coming out. Tremendous talent right there.
Absolutely. And just a genuine sweetheart. She's just so fun to talk to. And just so cool.
All right. So, Alex, where were we?
Where were we?
We were talking about Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, one of the best movies ever.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about in terms of with the influence on zombie films. Where
the runners, and then you get to Shaun of the Dead, and it's just dead.
I freaking obviously one of my favorite ones, and its influence, the Edgar Wright kind of changed the landscape a little bit with Shaun of the Dead. It's such an amazingly fun movie, but not to mention, I dig the fact that the themes and elements within that, the zombie film, because it wasn't meant to be like a standalone zombie film. You've got the 3 Cornettos trilogy, which I thought was amazing, and all 3 of them kind of have horror elements to them. Although one is one's a horror comedy, one is an action. There was some horrific shit in Hot Fuzz, and then of course there were some horror elements in the World's End. But I absolutely adored what Edgar Wright did with that trilogy and the concurrent themes he had running through, and of course the magnificent Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, who are best friends in real life and decided to go on this ever since I think Edgar Wright's show Spaced. When the 2 of them were working together on that one, so it's amazing. It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time.
And what makes that trilogy so great is them being best friends comes across on screen. Like as soon as you see Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, it's just believable they're best friends. Like just right off the bat. And the fact that they're able to carry that through, and it's just, and with Edgar Wright's style, he has a unique comedy style that just blends so well into other genres. Like he can just basically capture any genre, make it funny, but it funny in a way that no one expects it, because it's not like slapstick funny or any. But there's just great moments. I love in Hot Fuzz where you have Simon Pegg runs up, he straight up like drop kicks like this old guy in the face, like just straight up, just boom. Like.
They are flipping amazing. They're absolutely. I love that, and I mean the guys can do anything. Their movie Paul was fantastic, and I think they've got more stuff coming out here in the future. I think they may be doing another horror film here pretty soon, but I just can't wait to see what's coming up next, especially from Edgar Wright or those guys are still working together. But we have another trivia question, do we not?
We do. Did anybody get the second one? Did we call that one or no?
No one has gotten the second one yet.
That one's gonna be tough.
That is gonna.
Are
be
you
tough.
sure? Are you sure about that, JL? I'm pretty sure somebody got that one. I thought PhD Tony got that one.
Let me see. Let me scroll up. I may have missed it because I was looking at the deal. I'm checking PhD Tony. That's when he said hi to Rebecca. Martianista, PhD Tony, Weekend Horror, Dagon. No, that is not correct.
So the question is still out there.
The question is still out there. The tagline for The Void is "There is a hell, this is worse." There was a horror film that used that very same tagline before The Void used it. What is the name of that horror film?
All right, that one's still out there. Let's show them what they can get on this next one. We get that one rolling too.
All right.
You want to read it off, dude?
Yeah, you want to show them what they can win?
Yeah, show them the prize first.
Oh, yeah, show them the prize. Yeah,
show them the prize.
Shit, I have it right here.
Yeah, right.
Before I show this, I want to make sure that is our video doing okay?
Yeah, it just took a second to catch up. I have shitty ass AT&T internet, and right about this time is when it starts to fuck up.
Peak hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah, but it should be good now.
So, for the trivia question for Shaun of the Dead, I found this bad boy. This is actually I almost wanted to keep this myself and find something else, but we're giving away a Funko Pop of Zombie Ed from the movie. Now it was a Fugitive Toys exclusive. This was extremely hard to find because there was a bunch of cool stuff that was available that Shaun of the Dead, but this was obviously this was the coolest. It would go good in anybody's collection. Comes with a protective casing just to make sure that the edges and everything don't get banged up. But yes, Zombie Ed, Zombified Ed from Shaun of the Dead is our giveaway for this this trivia question for Shaun of the Dead. Ooh,
all right,
ow,
and that question. All right, you ready? How many shells did the group find in the Winchester for the gun? How many shells did the group find in the Winchester for the gun?
How many shells? How many shells did the group find for the gun in the Winchester?
In the Winchester.
So
you've heard it there. That is the trivia question to win the Zombie Ed Funko Pop. That is the trivia question. How many shells did the group find for the rifle in the Winchester?
Looks like we have our next special guest on too.
Oh, we do?
Oh yeah, pop it in.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Oh, dude, Dawn.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
Man.
So sweet you were able to stop by. Live chat. Everyone in the live chat. Introducing Dawn and Ellie, horror social media master, a huge support and friend to all of us here at the web or at the podcast, who's constantly blasting our stuff out there. It was absolutely amazing. And writer and podcaster himself of Dawn's World of Horror and Exploitation. Did I get it right that time?
Yeah, you got it.
Awesome. I fucked it up last time, but I swore I was going to get it right this time.
Yeah, you got it.
So amazing, dude! Thank you so much for stopping by and stopping by on our season one finale live stream. How have things been with you?
Try not to hack up along with all the smoke out here, but
one sec.
Oh,
nope.
Let me get him in.
What's that?
All right, go ahead. No,
is it okay?
Please continue.
Okay,
yeah.
you're good.
Okay, no, I'm just trying not to hack up along out there with all the wildfires and stuff.
Are you safe?
I'm a little south of Los Angeles, so yeah, we just have like a lot of the smoke and stuff, but it's nothing remotely serious or life-threatening. So luckily we're safe from all that. So it's basically just the after effects and everything.
Awesome. We're definitely glad you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we've been hearing stuff just coming out of LA, and I know a lot of things they're shut down, and there's just basically like effects out there and stuff like that, warning people of staying inside just because of the smoke.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now. It's essentially just essential trips, and a lot of the stuff is closed down or running on bare minimum. So. It's not like we're evacuating or anything, but it's almost kind of like the early stages of the lockdown where it kind of looks like 28, like I Am Legend or something out on the streets.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's kind of like that. Not as bad, but eerily similar in some instances.
That's so wild.
So crazy. So absolutely crazy.
Yeah, 2020, everybody! Yay!
Yes, 2020. I'm going to blame 2020 for all the errors we've had. That's the reason we tried to go live in 2020. That's what fucked us up. Real quick, I'm going to break. I was Jessica G. Can we get a hint? Were there more or less shells than there were audio errors on this podcast?
That's a hard one.
That is.
I'd say it's a wash.
I think it's
probably pretty close to the same.
Yeah, it's a high number.
Oh, freaking crazy! All right. So Dawn, despite all the craziness of everything that's going on, but I know that you are still hard at work. I see your posts on Twitter and I see them on Facebook all the time, backing up everybody in the podcast family. But do you have anything special going on, or is anything special coming up?
Basically just I'm getting the early stages for Halloween in total. I'm trying to beat my last year's total of 88 films for October.
Wow.
For the month of for the month.
Yeah, 88 films for the month. Yeah, for the month of October. I'm trying to prep for that and make sure I got all my links in order. And I doubt I'm sure I'll have enough time, but basically just prepping for that. So doing that, making sure all of the social media stuff I'm sharing is above the board, and I'm not going to get hit with any spams and stuff. But just like I said, trying to stay safe, stay alive, and all that fun stuff.
Awesome.
Sounds like a horror movie in itself.
Yeah,
it is. Yes. Well, Dawn, thank you so much, man, for popping by. We're so glad you're able to. Everybody in the live chat, where can they find your stuff? I want you them to hear where they can pick up on your stuff specifically.
Okay, so my podcasting right now is kind of up in the air, just with all the stuff going on in the world. You can find it on the Bay of Blood podcast, which it's technically affiliated with Horophilia Network, but in the interim, we discovered Horophilia shutting down, so we're in the process of trying to find a new home for it. So that, coupled with real world stuff, we're kind of taking a hiatus and stepping back. I have a second podcast called Underwater Kaiju from Outer Space. Now that's a really
nice.
I
love that title.
Yeah, it's a giant monster show like Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, all that fun stuff. It's a little difficult to explain because we don't have a technical single feed for it like Weekend Horror does. It's a technical sidecast on a separate show known as Kill the Cast. The host of that show started up a bunch of side projects whenever he felt the need to delve outside of horror. So he created this one, brought me on board, and all of the shows are technically under that umbrella. So it's on their feed, not like a separate feed. So it'd be like if you guys had one for, your Bloodbath episodes or your After Dark episodes, they would go on a separate feed instead of being under the main feed. Like that's the case here.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, ours would. So if you want to find our show, you have to find it on the Kill the Cast feed.
Oh,
that's
okay.
Friggin' sweet. Sweet. I'm so glad that you're able to keep up. I know things are crazy out there, and hopefully they will die down here pretty soon now that it's getting. I hope that we come into the rainy season here pretty soon. So, and things will calm down and everybody's lives will be able to get back to normal. I hope everybody out west is staying safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, staying safe, and I hope this blows over very, very quickly for everybody, and with minimal damage. So I know it's crazy, but man, Dawn, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it so much. It's so cool to have you on our season finale live stream.
Absolutely, yeah, it was fun.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely, yeah. It was fun to see you guys in person for once.
Yes. All right, boss man. We will see you next time, man. We hope to have you on the show again real soon, okay?
Absolutely, yeah. Take care, you guys.
Take care.
You too, boss.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Don and Ellie, I cannot tell you guys how much ass he has kicked for us on social media, spreading the word about Weekend Horror, blasting us out on Twitter, blasting us out on Facebook, everywhere you can put an ad for it, and every day, Monday, because our episodes hit on Sunday, so every Monday those things drop. So I mean, I love the work he does. He does it all out of the generosity of his own heart. He fucking loves horror as much as we do. So I mean, the work he puts in is titanic. Keeping up with everybody and listening to he listens to the vast majority of the shows that he advertises to make sure it's not bullshit or like that. So I really appreciate everything he's done for us. He's been amazing.
He really has, because he does it on his own. He just listens to the show. I really like this and start pushing it out there, and it's amazing. It really is.
Yeah, seriously. Thanks.
All right, so oh my God, so we put that question. We put the third. So far nobody has gotten the second trivia question yet. What horror movie used the tagline from The Void? There is a hell. This is worse. What horror movie used that tagline first before The Void did? And nobody's gotten that yet. And how many shells did the group find for the gun in the Winchester? I knew that was a tough question, but you just had to have watched the movie enough times. And so far, nobody has gotten it. I see a couple that have. I see a couple that have gotten close. I really do. Some people have gotten close, but people are just guessing. I will say, someone in there got 3 away.
Hey,
someone.
That's close.
I'm not gonna say who. But someone in there got 3 away. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I hope somebody.
We'll come up with like a lightning round type deal. We know with the same question, but we'll narrow down the numbers, and whoever gets it first.
And remember, I mean, if your Google foo is strong, you can find the answers to these on Google. You can. So if your Google foo is strong, so. Just saying.
Remember when we were kids in school and we didn't have Google?
You had Britannica, like that was it.
They're missing out.
I really love.
They're missing out on the -- source. Just saying.
Dang.
They are.
That is true. I'm surprised somebody just hasn't gone to the original yet.
So Jessica G would like to say, I really love Eugene's smiley face. He's the joy. The parrot is the MVP. Alex, the parrot. Your parrot is the MVP. Alex is the heart of the show. Aww. And JL Warren is just kind of there.
What did you do to her, man?
Jessica, I don't know. I honestly, oh my God. Jessica G is doing a countdown. Oh, well, no, I thought she was going to count down everything. Wow, she still hasn't hit it. Oh, yes, Sir Pika Pub. Yes, the Winchester was the name of the pub because of the Winchester rifle that was hanging on the hanging above the bar.
But how many shells did they find for it?
Yes, but how many shells did they find for the gun? It was like we have so many bullets. Call them shells. We have so many shells.
How many?
How many shells did they find for the gun in the Winchester?
Oh, God, man, you guys are already on YouTube.
And for the amount of shells they had, they didn't kill very many zombies with them.
No, the pool.
No, they didn't. I will say this: of all the shells that they found, only 4 zombies were killed with the gun. Only 4 zombies were killed with the gun, and one of them was by accident.
That's right.
And see, that's why I like that movie, because everybody pictures themselves being like a super badass in the zombie apocalypse, but more people are going to be like Shaun of the Dead in a real zombie apocalypse.
Boom! We have a winner.
We have a winner?
We have a winner. I'm pretty sure he freaking guessed it, but yes, we have a winner. Jeff Roberts is the first one to guess. Yes, there were 29 shells in the Winchester. 29 shells.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jeff Roberts, for finally guessing the correct answer.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky.
Sometimes. That was the first 29. Everybody's dancing around. I saw 28s. I saw 27s. I saw 30s. Just bouncing all over the place. No one landed on 29. So, yes, Jeff Roberts, congratulations. You have won the Ed Funko Pop.
Nice.
Oh, we have
Ed Funko Pop.
We actually have our next guest coming in.
Oh, we have someone else coming in.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey, it's Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Hey.
Let me get her in.
Hello.
All right. Give Johnny just a second so that way he can pop you into the live stream.
Sweet.
Awesome to everybody in the live chat. This is I'm totally gonna butcher your last name. Rocha or Rocha? Rocha. Danielle Rocha, who is a makeup and special effects artist.
Yes. Hey everybody.
So freaking cool. So freaking cool. I know Johnny's gonna have you on here in just a sec. Right. There was already a winner for the Shaun of the Dead trivia. Jeff Roberts got it.
Out numbers.
Yeah,
they're still throwing out numbers. Jeff Roberts got it.
Oh, did we lose Johnny?
No, I'm here.
No, Johnny's still there.
I'm still here.
Okay. Do we have Danielle on now?
Yes.
So we're good.
Oh.
Yes.
All right,
Fantastic.
we're good.
Okay,
all right, we're
make
good.
it sure.
we're all like waiting in
like
suspense. They're like
fucking trepidations and shit because that makes Danielle, the whole start of the live stream was an absolute shit show. We were all over the place. You know, we have learned a great deal from this first experience. So
they didn't learn shit. Johnny O came in and saved the day. That's the story.
Yes, Johnny O came in and saved our ass, saved our keisters. So Danielle, it's been a while since you were on the show, and so amazing to have you here for our 1 year season finale, which is freaking amazing. How have you been? How's things going with you?
I mean, everything's great. I mean, besides doing makeup, I've been working through this whole pandemic. Unfortunately, there hasn't been a lot of makeup stuff going on because of it. So it's kind of a bummer, but I mean, I just did a shoot recently, so that was fun.
Okay. I mean, because I know, especially you being here in Dallas, like the industry's kind of slowed down a little bit here and there, kind of thing. So it's been kind of hard getting projects right now.
Yeah, a lot of I actually just got back from Covington because I'm a huge dork and I wanted to see where Vampire Diaries and the originals were filmed. And they said that typically it's like crazy busy for like filming, and there hasn't been like anything going on because of all this. So it's just like it's a real big bummer because I'm like, I didn't get to see any famous people.
Oh, walking around or have like their sets built and
like,
stuff.
Oh, by the way, I'm a makeup artist. Can I come work for you?
You should just walk in and just start doing makeup. Just go like, oh, go ahead, have a seat in the chair right here, Jensen Ackles. Yeah, I'll work on it.
Well, me and my husband definitely like stuck out really bad because like there's nobody out there that has like a lot of tattoos and stuff, and so like it was kind of awkward. I think people thought that we were part of like a movie or something.
Oh, look,
it
honey,
was
there's
a
some
little awkward. It was like, hey, I'm not famous, I promise.
We get your autograph anyway, just in case.
Just in case.
Because you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
So do you, we're curious, do you, even though the things slowed down a little bit because, obviously because the COVID situation and of course the craziness going on out on the West Coast right now, and we don't know whether or not the world is going to end here pretty soon. But have you gotten a line anything for the future? Do you have any possible things coming up?
I mean, I have a couple of photo shoots that I'm trying to work on. Oh, where'd I go? There I am. I mean, I have a couple of photo shoots that I'm trying to get planned out for October because it's spooky season. But really, I've been kind of slacking. I've been working my other job, so it's kind of hard right now. Like I said, everybody's a little freaked out still about COVID, so don't really have anything crazy lined up yet.
Yeah, fair enough. And plus, with COVID, I know just looking at regulations and stuff like that, it's difficult, especially with hair and makeup, dealing with talent, and because you have to be in close proximity and things, even such as masks and gloves, taking as many safety precautions as possible.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to be up in somebody's face and being like, oh my God, don't cough on me.
You just not breathe for the next 3 to 6 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, like I'm gonna do makeup from a distance here. I'm just kidding.
Just a long pole, so you just like apply. Just kind of...
No, it's a long series of horror films where all the killers have masks. That's it. And you just that way we can apply makeup from the back. We got the mask on. We're good.
Yep.
Go after it.
Yep. All deaths off screen. Yeah, somebody falls. Oh, they fall out of frame, and then just a blood splatter.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, really, nothing's been going on. I mean, I'm there's a couple things that I might have in the future lined up, but I'm not going to talk about it because I want to make sure that it gets like started before I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, and then. Not, but I mean, I've had a couple of friends that are like, I don't know why you don't do YouTube videos and do something fun, and I'm like, because it's so saturated. I'm just like, maybe in the future, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Very
YouTube's a lot of work. People make it think it's like it's so simple. Oh, you just threw out fun content. But I worked at a YouTube channel that people did it professionally with people with millions of subscribers, and they have teams of people, and it's so much work. It really is.
As Eugene found out tonight.
Yes. Yes.
I did something a little fun with my makeup tonight. I actually did a little, I don't know if you can really, it's kind of hard to see, but I did a little bloody look for this shindig.
Oh, that's badass.
In the mood for a little blood.
There you go.
Yeah, always. A little blood every day. Doesn't hurt anybody.
Awesome. Oh, Danielle, for everybody in the live chat, where can they find your work? You want to let everybody know where your contacts are? So the best thing to look at my work is on my Instagram page. It's d.rocha.mua. That's going to be where you're going to find all my work at for the most part. And that's ROCHA. Yes. Sweet. Okay. Awesome. And you can definitely check out her work. She has some amazing stuff up there. Very, very cool horror stuff that she has done, and a lot of fun. You were amazing on the show. I remember how nervous you were coming onto the show.
This is why I shouldn't be doing YouTube videos.
Because you're totally on. Like, boom, YouTube's my bitch, and I'm good to go.
Yep. Maybe I should just do TikTok videos, seeing as how everybody wants to do that now these days, and just be really dumb in front of the camera. That works. Do the brush drops.
Awesome. So, Danielle, thank you so much, sweetheart, for coming on and joining us again for our big Week in Horror Live season finale. I'm so glad we got you in after we got all the technical shit taken care of. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. I know things are really, really busy with you with your regular work and other stuff going on. So we appreciate you stopping by. It's been amazing seeing you again.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Let's get that Instagram out to people in the live chat again real quick.
It's
so
it's d.rocha.mua.
Sweet. And you guys can check out her work there on Instagram for anybody with an Instagram account. So thank you again, Danielle, so much. We appreciate you coming by. And we wish you all the best. I hope you have you on the show again in the future.
Awesome. Sounds good. I look forward to it. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye, and thank you. She is so absolutely cool. I freaking love her to death. And she is so damn talented with the stuff that she puts out. And I hope everybody gets a chance to check out her Instagram, because she's got some seriously gruesome stuff on there, but some seriously cool as shit stuff on there, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she is a huge horror fan. The first time I was able actually to visit her and her husband, and she had it was a 6-foot statue of the Bride of Frankenstein, and she has a huge statue of Pinhead, and like, damn. I mean, it's completely, I mean, their entire place was completely decked out. It looked like a horror Comic-Con of the amount of stuff that they had all around. So, I mean, she is definitely a huge horror fan, and love to have her back on the show.
Definitely. All right, so we've got one more movie.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, this is a bit of an old one. So, and the last one we have of the night is a classic one. I don't know how many people out there might have seen it, but released September 26, 1962. We have the movie Carnival of Souls. This is the original one, not the remake. So the original Carnival of Souls, and I actually am totally behind because I was supposed to pull this up in my fucking notes because I don't want to mess. I don't have all the names specifically memorized. So it goes to show that's my fuck up. But yes, Carnival of Souls, directed by Herc Harvey. It was the only film that this director ever got, written by John Clifford, and starring Candice Hilligoss. I totally would have fucked that up if I had pulled my notes up. And Sidney Berger. And it's very, it's filmed in Kansas, actually, which is kind of interesting. But it's about a young woman whose life is disturbed, whose life becomes distressed and disturbed after a car accident. And after she relocates to the city, she finds herself unable to really kind of fit in, and then is drawn inexplicably to the pavilion of this abandoned carnival, and there's a stranger who stalks her throughout the picture. The creepy stranger. The film was shot in black and white. Absolutely stunning little film. It did not hit when it first came out, but an absolutely amazing little film. And it was funny because the director Herc Harvey was the stranger in that film. So that kind of like, when he's like leering at her and shit, like that, following her around. But yeah, an absolutely really, really excellent film, shot on a budget of $33,000 in friggin' Lawrence, Kansas, home of the Winchesters, if anybody watches Supernatural.
Mm-hmm.
I know Johnny O hates that fucking show.
6 thumbs down.
6 But there's some things about this film, both, even though it was Herc's only movie, which is kind of surprising because I guess, it didn't make a ton of money, so he never got another shot. But, did somebody say, Jeff Roberts says he has the answer to trivia question number 2.
Ooh.
Oh, what is it?
Jeff Roberts, what is the answer to trivia question number 2 for the Void t-shirt? Now you gotta let us know in the live chat. Hopefully, I wonder if he does know. Oh, but Eugene, there were things about this movie that make it stand out as a real excellent kind of like a foundational film and that inspired many others. What the things that set it apart, were amazing.
There are a couple of good things that happen about it, and it looks like we have our next special guest popping in.
Oh shit! Who we got?
Looks like we got Billy coming on. Billy Pond.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes. So we'll actually get him over to the live stream in just 1 second. So when Johnny lets us know that he's in there.
Boom! Yes. While we're settling that, Jeff Roberts is correct. The name of the film that used that tagline before The Voided was Insanophenia.
Ooh.
Congratulations. Jeff Roberts has taken 2 of these prizes home. Jeff Roberts has taken home the Funko Pop Zombie Ed and the Void T-shirt. He's going to take it all home.
Yeah, he's making a killing today.
That's amazing.
All right, do we have Billy on?
You are live.
Hey, Billy.
What's up, guys?
Billy Pond.
Hey, I'm glad you're able to stop by.
Yeah, I was just hanging out. Didn't know what's going on. I thought y'all had some kind of podcast bukkake going on tonight or something.
Exactly what it is.
That was earlier.
Well, that's why I wanted to be last.
Yeah, there was some fun.
You don't want to be the last one on bukkake. You want to.
This is when we say demonetized.
Demonetized.
Yeah.
For everybody in the live stream, for everybody in the audience, I'd like to introduce Billy Pond, Bloody Billy Pond, director of Cowboys from Hell and Circus of the Dead, which, number one, amazing film, and I absolutely love Parrish Randall in that, and Bill Oberst, freaking amazing film. I saw the little custom figure they got made. You put that up on Facebook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
where did you?
Last Chance Customs and Brian Minnick did those.
That is amazing. That thing looked cool as hell. The custom little action figure of character from your film, which is sweet.
You know that actually he's done hundreds. You need to check it out and stuff. I mean, any horror movie you can think of that nobody was ever cool enough to make a figure from, he can make a figure from it.
Oh, that is badass.
That's good to know.
He can do it, yeah.
That's really good to know. I got the pleasure to actually meet Billy in person this actually past weekend when we took a trip out to Odessa, and for not this podcast, but he actually donated some DVDs. So we got some Circus of the Dead and Doll Boy, along with posters and some signed autograph stuff that we'll be giving out in the future.
Eugene, did you tell me you're lucky to get back home after what we were seeing out there at that Comic-Con?
Oh yeah. We saw a little bit of controversial cosplays that I won't get into too much, but let's say it was very controversial.
Oh, we already crossed the line with bukkake, so what the fuck does it matter at this point?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we saw a guy actually he was exercising his freedom and everything like that, but he was dressed up as an SS officer. Or an SS soldier, yeah, from the Nazi Party in World War II. Now the thing is he did not start trouble. He did not yell anything. There was no confrontation at all whatsoever. He dressed up as a soldier and then he just walked around Comic-Con just to go do his thing. But we saw him walk by. We're like, that was surprising.
I was racking my brain trying to figure out what comic book he could have been from. Maybe he was one of the extra soldiers in the Captain America from the 40s.
And honestly, that could be it. I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Let's hope it was something that.
So it was this was a horror convention, right?
Nope.
Yes.
No, Comic-Con.
Oh no, it's just Comic-Con.
Just regular Comic-Con?
Yeah, just regular Comic-Con.
Oh, okay. Because if it was a horror convention, I would have said he might have been Dusander from That Pupil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good movie though. That is a really good movie. But
I think that at a horror con, he might have got his ass whipped because horror people, they're good people, but they're a little bit more outspoken than this Comic-Con crowd. And especially, you know, it was kind of slow because of the coronavirus. So, but you know, what are those tough guys at the Comic-Con got like LARPing swords with like pads on them and stuff? So I don't think they're ready to whip anybody's ass or nothing. So.
I don't know. You take someone's wooden sword with pads on it, they'll still hurt.
Well, it's one thing I absolutely love about the horror community, and like you said, it's going to regular Comic-Con is different from going to a horror convention, because the horror community is it's very it's smaller than most because it's very niche, but it's very very inclusive. All you have to do is love the genre. And they will welcome you with open arms, just as they welcomed us, a brand new friggin' podcast on the scene when there are others out there, and it's just been the support and the love that we've gotten from everybody and from all of our listeners and from outside of it, people just willing to help out. It's been absolutely amazing. So, and of course, individuals like you, Billy, for popping on the show and giving us some credibility.
Well, I kind of regret it now, but it's too late to do it. Maybe I can blur out my face or something, or just put a...
My IMDb star tanked after I showed on your show. Came on the show.
No, you got to watch that IMDb stuff. You know how to get it to go up is to pay them more money on IMDb, and then all of a sudden your numbers start going up. But I don't give much credit to that. I tell, new actors getting in the business, they say, "Can I get my credit on there already, Billy?" And I said, "Well, I'll get to it when I can." Don't put much stock into that, because I think they're playing with your pocketbooks is what they're trying to do on that place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, trying to get that monthly subscription fee, like $20 or something like that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I have for all my stuff, I have because I do a shit ton of voice work, and I've got a bunch of credits, as far as for working for Funimation, doing voice work in anime, and there's apparently a cadre of like hardcore devoted fans out there that put those up on IMDb for me. I don't even have to worry about it. So occasionally I'll just pop on and check my name, and all of a sudden I have all these fucking credits, which is really really cool. So I don't have to deal with it. Yay!
I need a fan to put all my Pornhub credits up there.
Links down in the description.
It'd be like Men in Black and Throbbing Hood and Black in the Saddle.
Well, we were demonetized way before that. So it's all...
Oh yeah, we have nothing to worry about now.
So. With all the stuff going on, I know it's a bit crazy out there, Billy. Do you have anything coming up you'd like to talk about, or anything you can talk about?
Well, we want to try to get to. I was thinking about filming Cowboys from Hell in Texas, but then I started researching it, I guess about 6 months ago, and I was wanting to go to Old Tucson, but now I've recently got an email from them that they had to forfeit their business over to the county or something. And now they lost it because of the COVID. So nobody knows what's going to happen over there. So I'm still waiting to hear from that. But I think the COVID needs to clear up just a little bit more. There's a lot of older guys in their 80s that are in my cast, and I would just feel like the world's biggest jerk if something happened, they flew out and got sick or something. So
yeah, that would be
absolutely.
This thing is just wreaking havoc on the entire industry.
But hopefully it'll clear up soon, and we'll get that Cowboys from Hell started. I'm excited about it. Because what it is I want to get that one done and keep going. That's the whole point of making movies my day job now, is so that way I can get more stuff done. And I need to quit nitpicking so much at my scripts and stuff like that. And
just go out and do it.
Yes.
Well,
exactly.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see when it comes out. For everybody in the live chat, where can they check out Circus of the Dead?
It's on all the VOD places everywhere, I think, in the world, and you can also buy a hard copy at dreadcentral.com, and I think we're even on Amazon Prime for free if you have a Prime membership.
Nice.
Yeah, sweet.
But it's not for everybody though. So I mean, it's. What's funny is I was telling them when I got it out on my own indie style, I only got X amount of reviews and stuff. And most of it was people that I told to watch it or whatever, and people like us, you kind of got to be a little not disgusting, but a little bit different to like it. But I think now it's getting to more mainstream people because they're trashing it really bad on the reviews. Like some people saying, it's the biggest piece of crap they've ever seen. Hi, poo-poo. Hi. Take your passy out. They're going to make fun of you. That's my... Look here. Look, come here.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody. everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Aww.
That's Avery.
Hi, Avery.
Hi, Avery.
1, 2, 3, go. Twinkle, twinkle, sing it. Sing real loud. Don't get shy. I'm not gonna put you in my movies. Tell them how much you love popcorn. Do you love popcorn? Are you shy? When did you get shy? I can't believe that. All right, get out of here. You're gonna be shy. You're fired. You're fired. I was holding out hope for Avery. I thought she was going to be my next superstar, but I guess she got shy, see, when the camera come on. So,
Avery, talk to your union rep. That's misrepresentation.
Yes.
This is Texas. It's a right to work state. Now, see, that's another thing too, you guys. If you are filming any of that stuff, the union's cool and stuff, and maybe if you're in the union, it's good. But for an indie person, it's rough. Because you guys want to keep up with like finances and 0.5% on something for the rest of your lives on something, it gets pretty scary. So I don't even know how to deal with that yet. I guess if it ever happens to me, I need to have an attorney full time, I guess, working or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there is representation. I would say accounting representation that deals specifically with entertainment finances.
That's a smart business to get into because everybody's going to need it to use union stuff.
That is very true. There's a lot of paperwork and stuff like that goes involved and a lot of regulations, but at the same time, a lot of those unions are great organizations to work with.
Well, they say, you ever watch that? Y'all watch Shudder at all?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And what was the one with the cursed films with the crow? Did y'all see that one where they were talking about how Brandon Lee got shot and they had a union guy, but they run out of money for it and they hired a local guy to take care of the blanks and stuff like that, see? And then what happened with that, see? So,
yep.
So maybe the union's there for a reason.
I felt so bad because I was reading the story about the actor who was actually holding the gun that actually hit Brandon, that actually accidentally shot Brandon Lee, and it almost destroyed him. And he couldn't work for like 2 years, and it was a struggle for him just getting in front of the camera because it was just absolutely awful. I felt for him, but I'm glad that he is able to work again because he's one of my favorite. He shows up on TV and occasionally in movies, but he's a lot of fun. But that was crazy.
Dead now, isn't he? Is it a Massey? Something Massey, I think. But did you also see? I need to watch it because did y'all know Michael Berryman actually had a part in there as this skull cowboy? Did y'all know?
Yes,
that?
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Very interesting one. Y'all need to watch that Cursed Films on Shudder. It's pretty good. It taught me some stuff I didn't know, and that's pretty interesting when I watched that. I had no clue Michael Berryman was even involved with The Crow.
Huh, I didn't know.
That's a fun fact for everybody.
Yeah, I know.
But even his costume character and stuff, they showed him in costume. He filmed one scene with Brandon Lee, but couldn't film the rest of them because he passed away. So they had to cut his scene out completely of the movie.
Oh, God, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
And he recently had a birthday. I think on September 14th.
He was at the Cult Classic convention, and he was talking to Bill Oberst Jr., and I was eavesdropping. And that's what he was saying, too, is like Bill, is all these actors I hear, they just want some really good acting parts. So I always tell indie directors and stuff, I said, write some good stuff for these people. They're not just monsters, give them some juicy lines and stuff like that. Give them something good. So that's what.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about Popcorn. Popcorn, actually, he had so many interesting moments. Like, I mean, he had a lot of the crazy brutality of stuff that he did, but there's just some interesting moments, and there's some interesting line deliveries where they're in the gas station and they have the clerk on the ground, and he's just like, "She's already dead." And it was a great delivery on that.
Yeah. That dude's a master. I tell anybody that's like when you got somebody like Bill Oberst, that's like having a Lamborghini. You don't want to go pick the kids up from school and go through a school zone with that thing. You want to get on the Autobahn and let that thing, get those wheels a turning. That's like a Bill Oberst. He's like a racehorse, man. You need to get that guy out and let him go.
Oh, I recently caught, obviously with the lockdowns and everything, my wife and I binge watched Criminal Minds again, and his episode of Criminal Minds is wild.
I thought he did great in that. I remember watching that, and it was after we filmed, and I think it might have been before Circus come out. but I get real giddy and get goosebumps. And same thing with, actually, I think it was today or yesterday was the 1 year anniversary of 3 from Hell coming out. And
yes, it was.
I went to go see that, just that. And I remember when Bill popped up on camera in there, like how, excited. I felt like a proud dad or something. I said, man, I know this guy, man, he's cool. So, and that scene he was with, I don't know if y'all saw 3 from Hell, but the scene he was with, he was actually with the woman playing his wife in the movie was actually Bill Moseley's wife in real life. There's another.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That I was not aware of. That's sweet.
A little love triangle going on there.
Yeah, I know.
He made friends with Mosley, and I found out recently. If I'm rambling, you guys just yell at me. But at one of the conventions, a Days of the Dead convention, I guess back in 17 or whatever. Mosley was sitting in one of the screenings I wasn't at or something, and I wasn't in that city that weekend. And then all of a sudden, I heard he laughed the whole time and loved it. And I said, man, somebody's lying about that. But then when Bill Oberst worked with him, Bill said, hey, he goes, Mosley couldn't quit talking about how good he liked circus and stuff like that, and how he compared it to the first Chainsaw, which he liked it so much and was so disturbed by it that the only thing that made him feel better about the first Chainsaw was to be in the sequel. So let's hope we get Bill Moseley to come in and do something, against Popcorn in there or something like that. Maybe we'll do some clown on clown violence or something.
That would be sweet.
Oh, that would be amazing to have Bill Moseley come in there. Yes.
So.
All right. Well, dude, Billy, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to pop by. We really, really appreciate it. And I want to let everybody in the live chat know. Billy will actually be coming on to the show. Our first episode of season 2, Billy will be our special guest on the show, talking horror movies with us. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be our next episode here in a week. That'll be our next episode. So
I'm going to fire my manager. I don't know who booked that. Is this real? Is this really going on with
and we really. Go ahead, Eugene.
Oh, and keep in mind that, like I said, he was gracious enough to donate. We DVDs, posters. He has signed postcards and stuff, and so we'll figure out something for the giveaways coming up pretty soon, because these are films you definitely make sure I haven't turned around. These are films you definitely want to go and check out.
You need to give those to the losers of any contest. That's what.
You answered this wrong, so here you go.
Oh, we had so many wrong answers in the chat. All right. Well, Billy, we appreciate it. We got one more movie that we got to jump on and break down and give out a trivia question. So, man, thank you so much for stopping by. We really do appreciate it. Wish you all the best. And, well, I'm looking forward to getting you on the show next week.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next week.
All right, sir. You have a great night.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
And to everybody in the live chat, be sure to check out Circus of the Dead. It's on your any of your favorite VOD channels. Definitely check it out. It's a super, super gory, really, really violent film. Fucking crazy. So it may not be for everybody, but definitely give that one a look. It's a lot of fun. So we were talking about Carnival of Souls and the things that make this movie great.
And so with Carnival of Souls, first of all, the big iconic thing is this is a proto-zombie film. That it is not necessarily, it's not quite there just yet, because Night of the Living Dead is the first, what we call the true modern zombie film. But this is what actually leads up to this. When you have the people with they have faces painted white, they have the black circles under their eyes, and the thing is, they're more like souls. So it's not like the true traditional dead rising out of the grave, but they also kind of act like zombies too. So this was a really, really huge influence. And on top of this, it leads into it's a great example of guerrilla filmmaking, because most of it was shot in a shut down amusement park, and a lot of it was just him hopping a fence. Like it wasn't like let's shut down, let's get permission and permits and stuff like that. It's like, no, he just had his cast and his crew hop a fence, and then they just found a spot and shot it. And they shot there a lot too. I mean, they were there a lot during filming, and it's such a shame that it's his only one because of the fact that it hits, and maybe at the time when it came out, because it was low budget and there wasn't really a market for low budget films in 62 at the time. That wouldn't come till about 68 till early 70s, that market for low budget horror films. So it was ahead of the curve on that at the same time. But if you're going to direct one movie your entire life, you might as well direct one of the most influential ones and inspire a lot of future directors.
Yes.
Inspire it does. I was doing research into this because we were talking about, what films these ones inspired, and we're talking stuff like mentions of like The Exorcist, and even like Insidious. There was some of the influence from this film in, which was pretty cool to kind of like break that down and see what other things this film had inspired. Because like you said, not a lot of people knew about it. Didn't really take off back in the day, and there was a very small window for low budget films back then. It was all these, film, look at how far we've come, get the biggest actors on the screen you can. So it was cool. It was cool going over this one again because I hadn't seen it for a long, long time. But then digging way deep into it, you start hearing all these names like James Wan took a lot of inspiration from these movies. Like the Poltergeist and The Exorcist had kind of feels of it in there. So it was really cool digging into it. It goes, it comes all the way up until now. It's been resonated throughout the years.
And it's true because every time I see like horror movies or horror TV shows, if they can, they'll drop a reference. I've seen so many Carnival Souls poster in the background, or the character sitting there watching TV and it happens to be Carnival Souls that's on the TV. Just these little quick nods to it. So, I mean, it's definitely something, like I said, we're talking about this film as he came out in 62. So we're talking about this film 50 years later. And there's not a lot of films we talk about 50 years after they come out.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Definitely the I would say the foundations that it laid for the horror films to come after, we wouldn't have. Obviously, we wouldn't have things like Night of the Living Dead if it wasn't for this. The moodiness and the atmosphere and the cinematography in creating and a lot of the camera work as well, as far as framing your actors, and a lot of those techniques went on to some of the greatest directors out there that really took from this. And so anybody who's a horror fan, if you want to see where some of your absolute favorite directors, some of the best ones out there, kind of took their inspiration as directors and see where they came from, the one and only film from this poor guy, Herc Harvey, his only movie, which is such a shame because he had vision and he had talent. But unfortunately, back in those days, if you didn't land it hard the first time, you weren't going anywhere. So, but definitely check this one out. And we have one last trivia question.
Ooh.
One last trivia question. Now, this one's kind of special. Let me show you guys what we're giving away. Eugene, if you can pull up the image, and I'll explain why we're showing an image of it. But I'll show you the prize here real quick.
Oh, okay. Johnny O took over the stream, so he would be the one that'll pull up the image of it. But I can send it to him real quick.
Okay. So we will put this image up on the screen. Okay. So what this is, we are giving away, and right now it's in the packaging because this is how it was shipped to me. Because this is a legit vintage one sheet from Carnival of Souls. Now, this bad boy was packaged up nice and tight to keep this thing from getting damaged because these are really hard to come by. But yes, the original, an original one sheet from Carnival of Souls, 1962. So this could be framed. It can go up on your wall. You can keep it here in the tube as a collector's item. But I want to send this to one of you guys out there. So one of you for answering this trivia question about Carnival of Souls, 1962, not the remake, the original. So, and we'll get a picture of that up on the screen so you can see what that actually looks like. Because I don't want to open it because it's sealed so nicely and so tightly. I don't want to risk damaging it trying to get it back in the tube. So we will actually put up an image of that so you can see what it looks like. That one looks really, really cool. That'll go good on any horror fan's wall. So The trivia question for Carnival of Souls is, which episode of the original Twilight Zone was the inspiration for this film? Which episode of the original Twilight Zone, the Rod Serling masterpiece, was the inspiration for Carnival of Souls? So the answer in the live chat, first person to get that answer in, wins this one sheet for their house. This badass one sheet of Carnival of Souls.
Joe said it's just a fucking cardboard tube.
It's just a tube.
Just a tube. What's in the tube?
I feel so bad because I don't want to open it, because I know if I open it and I look at it, I risk damaging it. And I don't want to send a damaged vintage poster to anybody. I want them to have like the legit thing. If they want to open it and mess with it, then that's fine. But I didn't want to do it myself. I want to make sure I send them something pristine here in the package, ready to go. And we'll put up the image of what the poster looks like up on the chat, so people can up on the screen, so people can see that. So definitely. Yeah, because Johnny O is going to get that up. I saw Jessica G and I combined the names. I'm sorry, Johnny. That's my fault. But Johnny O is going to put that picture up so that people can see that real quick. So yes, what episode of the original Twilight Zone inspired the movie Carnival of Souls? First one to get that answer in is the one that takes home the Carnival of Souls, the 1962 Carnival of Souls one sheet. This was a pricey one. This one set me back a little bit.
On that note, check out our Patreon.
Yes, if you like,
we need better tech equipment and some fancy posters.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Johnny O needs to be paid for tonight.
We gotta pay Johnny O.
It was a little more. Have we learned from what we've done? That's the question.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, okay. Absolutely.
Then we are head and shoulders above any fucking flat earther out there.
Yes, you've learned that you need Johnny O running tech in the background.
Yes.
So yes, that is the Carnival of Souls one sheet that is being sent to whoever gets this one. Oh, holy shit! Yes, Martianista.
Oh, already?
Martianista nailed it.
Nailed it like Jesus.
That was the fastest one yet.
That was the fastest one. So Martianista is correct. The episode, The Hitchhiker, the Twilight Zone episode, The Hitchhiker, was the inspiration behind the movie Carnival of Souls. So congratulations, Martianista. She knocked that one out of the fucking park. Nicely done.
She had to have been a Carnival of Souls fan.
It was either that or her Google foo was just on point, just Cobra Kai style.
Yeah, you got to give these guys the benefit of the doubt, Joe.
Damn, Martianista, well done. So that one sheet is going to you. So I will let you pop this open. I hope we get a picture of it whenever you open it and decide to frame it, whatever you do with it. I hope we get a picture of that. You can definitely check us out there. Cool. Yes, just send it to us, weekinhorror@gmail.com. All right, we're coming up on the end here, but we do have a birthday, and with this birthday, Eugene's going to give it to us. But I definitely want the live chat to kind of give us their input on this one. But who do we have for this week?
We have a major birthday. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Stephen King, and he was born September 21st, 1947. And I mean, he is obviously one of the most prolific novelists of our generation today in terms of his writing, the films that he's worked on, the films he's wrote, the films he's directed. The thing about Stephen King is Stephen King was the first novelist that actually wrote a book, immediately sold it to a film and got a film made, which was Carrie. And that was what really put him on the map, because now we see that all the time where somebody write a film and immediately, like Hunger Games and all this other kind of stuff, they'll immediately grab it and we're going to make a film and we're going to run away with it. But that concept, when Carrie came out, which Carrie came out was like 1974, I think, when it came out. Yeah, 1974. At that time, that was unheard of. And
especially pretty crazy.
especially because at the time, usually people wanted to wait to see if a book was really successful, and then kind of play around with it for a little bit. But no, they just went ahead. They knew they had a winner. They made a film, and obviously the original Carrie, is phenomenal on top of that. And I mean that's where basically Stephen King's career was like born.
Oh, I absolutely adore the adaptations of his films. I know that there have been some that are not so great, and yes, Jessica G, I will defend even the worst ones, but I will point out where they fell. Go. What's up, Alex?
The Mist. Are we gonna go over that one again?
Oh God, don't. Yeah, I hate the end. I hate the ending. I wasn't happy with the ending, but I did love everything up until that ending. So, but I want to know from the live chat. From everybody in the live chat, throw in the live chat, what is your favorite Stephen King film adaptation? You know, or even a TV special. If you love like The Stand or The Langoliers or It, the original 1990 It. Let us know in the live chat what you really, really dug. I can tell you mine. My absolute number one favorite Stephen King adaptation. Let's do a check. Doing the list. Christine is my absolute favorite. Because number one, directed by John Carpenter. And two, John Carpenter came up with some amazing effects to showcase the car like repairing itself and rebuilding itself. Not just stuff running in reverse, but really, really cool stuff done with the Plymouth Fury, with like air bladders to like blow the car back out to where it was supposed to be. Really interesting shit. You can hear on the DVD they talk about on the commentary they talk about how they did that. But that is my number one favorite. Alex, what's your favorite Stephen King adaptation out of all of them?
I think there's so many really good ones that it would be really hard to kind of pick a favorite. I think one of the most influential for me was The Langoliers. I saw it pretty early in my life, and it was kind of like my first introduction really into Stephen King, followed by Rose Red, which was another big one that kind of really got me started on Stephen King. But I mean, it's hard. Christine's real good, absolutely, and like I said, it's really hard to pick a favorite on that. I think the most influential to me was The Langoliers. And then I actually just recently read his new book. It's called If It Bleeds. And that was even fantastic. I mean, he's still pushing stuff out now, and this is a new book. And at the end of it, there's in the author notes, it's really awesome because he goes in and he's like, look, I've done my whole career. I've done all these things. And people always ask me, where do I get my inspiration from? And he's like, a lot of time I just bullshit these people. But now I'm going to come forward and tell you the truth. And it went into him talking about how like his whole career, it's just stuff that just pops into his head. He doesn't really take a lot of inspiration. A lot of his stuff is inspired by things, but there's a good chunk of his work that is just stuff he'll remember that he was thinking about one day, and he'll write an entire book on it, which is incredible that you can have that kind of creativity just pumping through you at all times. Even getting up there now, he's still punching it out. The new book was good. And so he's, like you said, the man, the myth, the legend, very inspirational to a lot of people, and everybody knows at least a few of his works.
Definitely, absolutely.
We do have some favorites like that. Jessica G's favorite would be the Stand miniseries, the original one, and of course the new one's coming out December 17th of this year, with Whoopi Goldberg as Mother Abigail. I'm really looking forward to that. That's gonna be badass. Because I haven't seen her actually get to work in quite some time, and so I'm looking forward to see her return to the screen and what she can bring to that. Because I think it was Ruby Dee who played Mother Abigail in the original series. She was fantastic. So I'm looking forward to this one. Marcianise's favorite is Castle Rock, but only the first season.
That's good that you clarify. Yeah.
Yes. Jeff Roberts prefers The Shining, which is interesting because there's obviously a lot of story behind that. Stanley Kubrick directed, and he directed it specifically to cause ire with Stephen King. Stephen King hated the adaptation of the film, but still, brilliant film by Stanley Kubrick. Also, Sarcasm also loves The Shining. Sir Pika Pup, the Benevolent with Misery. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Jeff Roberts with Stand By Me. Absolutely. Jessica G would like everyone to know that her least favorite was Dreamcatcher. So the shit weasels do not rank high on Jessica G's list. Let's see what else. Or Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption is amazing. Yeah, so freaking good. And the plot hole says you're all wrong. The Lawnmower Man was the best. I don't know, Lawnmower Man or Green Mile, because Green Mile is my number 2, very very close to Christine. Because Christine, I think, just because I can identify with the lead character in that with Arnie Cunningham, and just his kind of school experience. Yeah, I was kind of the same way when I was growing up. But Green Mile gets me every time. Just Michael Clark Duncan, just
that performance is just amazing.
Straight uppercuts me in the Joeys every time I see that movie. It just kills me every time. I've seen I've seen it, no doubt. I've seen it at minimum 50 times, and I never get bored of it. So, but Marcy says Stephen King's stories are amazing, but I feel their cinematic. Oh God. The cinematography renditions usually disappoint towards the end. It must be really hard to make justice to the book stories, and you are correct, Marcinista. Adapting books to film is extraordinarily difficult. If you ask Frank Darabont, who did it with Shawshank, who did it with Green Mile, who did it with The Mist, or you ask obviously Peter Jackson, who adapted Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, it's extraordinarily hard because you have to know what to cut out, what to leave in, and still keep cohesion in the story.
That is true. That is.
And who else we got? Just I mentioned Stand By Me again. And Frank Darabont, it does have the winning formula. I disagree with how he ended The Mist, but that's just my own personal thing. Yes. It made me very upset.
But even Stephen King said he liked that ending better.
Yes, even King loved it. I know that many people loved that ending. I did not. I just, from a filmmaker standpoint, it didn't make sense to me. Now, I know I understand where Frank Darabont was going with that. That enough fear can make anybody do anything. That's what it is. For the story itself, I just didn't think it fit with how they said it. I felt it was a departure of the character, but that's just my opinion. My opinion is my own. I know but I still love the movie. I love 95% of that movie. Was freaking amazing.
It's and I still watch it. 5%.
Yeah. So
it was kind of heartbreaking to read the book, and then while I was reading the book, then they started showing the trailers for it. And I was like, no way! Ironically, this is my first time reading the book. The movie's coming out right when I'm gonna finish it, and then you get through the whole movie and it follows it so perfectly. It's like, oh my god, I just read this. It's like the story is just perfect. It's perfect. You're like, how are they gonna do the ending? And then you're like, oh. I felt more reading the book than I did watching the movie.
What?
Now I want to go out and shoot myself.
Now it's like, okay.
Where?
No, but it was great. That was a great. I want to know here. I want to ask the audience though. For those of you who said The Shining, how did you guys feel about Dr. Sleep?
Ooh, Dr. Sleep. Dr. Sleep was good.
Because going through that movie, it was like I was getting real anxious about halfway through it because I was like, man, are they going to be able to pull it together? And then they go back to the hotel, and then they start going through. You start seeing scenes from the first. All right, yeah, no, this is gonna go well. Yeah. I liked that. I liked it a lot.
I really, what really surprised me? Let's see, The Mist was very good. Yeah, Marcy says The Mist was very good. Sleepwalkers sucked, according to Jessica G. It wasn't one of the greatest. There were a couple of moments that I dug in that film, but yeah, that movie was not terrific. Although Alice Cridge, man, whoo, smoking hot. The Dark Tower was also. Do what?
1409.
Oh, 1408.
Oh, 1408.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
no,
the
it was
name.
the sequel,
the numbers add up to 13.
Yeah.
The movie 1409 was just the guy in the next room listening to John Cusack scream for.
Yeah.
As he's trying to sleep.
Shut up.
No.
But yeah, 1408 was really fucking good. The Dark Tower adaptation was very disappointing. For how many years it's been going on, Stephen King's magnum opus, 9 friggin' books, and then that's what we got. Was that movie was what we got. And no, not to dog on Matthew McConaughey or Idris Elba. They're both extremely talented. I love them both. I love their bodies of work. True Detective is amazing. Idris Elba is amazing in his stuff. But shit, that should have been something a lot more. It felt very rushed and just annoying. But Pet Sematary, for those who remember the original Pet Sematary, Fred Gwynn and Mika Hughes, fantastic fucking movie. So many cool stuff. Definitely let us know in the live chat, and let Alex, because Alex want to know, did anybody else love Dr. Sleep? Okay, and I also want to give a shout out, man. The stuff that came out recently, that Stephen King has put out recently with Netflix, with adaptations of Gerald's Game and 1942? I think it's Gerald's Game in 1942.
Something like that.
With Thomas Jane.
Say it again?
With Thomas Jane?
Yeah, the Thomas Jane one where he kills his wife, yeah. And then
I wonder if Stephen King's wife sleeps with one eye open.
Well, Stephen King said the house that he lives in, because he lives up in Maine, the house he lives in is like super haunted. And so he's like, oh, perfect. So he stayed there, and that's where he gets a lot of his inspiration from. He wants to be around a lot of that energy.
Microraptor, Dr. Sleep is a direct sequel to The Shining. It picks up, I think, like 25 years or 30 years.
Yeah, I think it's 25. Yeah, somewhere in that
25
area.
years after the events of The Shining, with Danny's all grown up, and he gets embroiled in this, this craziness involving this craziness with this cult, and that is, hunting for people who also have the ability to shine. And then obviously events take them eventually back to the Overlook Hotel. So it's really, really cool.
That was recent. That came out
about 2 years ago.
I guess it would have been like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Jessica G. Marshall says, I remember loving it in the beginning, but towards the end it began. They might be talking about Dreamcatcher there. And, Dreamcatcher was convoluted, and there was a bunch of stuff that was left out of the book that kind of connected it to the Stephen King universe, and which is kind of a disappointment. But that's one thing that makes his stuff cool, is that the connection in his universe through all of his stories. All of his stories are somehow connected into the same Stephen King universe. Usually connected either through the Dark Tower or through references in other stuff. Everything from It to Hearts in Atlantis to his compilations, different seasons. There's little things that tie them in all throughout, which I think is really, really cool. And that kind of got me because in Gerald's Game, the book itself was not. We had a couple of references to other stuff that went on in Stephen King's universe, but it felt like they did something really, really cool when they mentioned the beam. Because her dead husband is talking to her because she's hallucinating, and he tells her that all things serve the beam, which is a constant theme throughout the Dark Tower, and kind of links those two. And it almost felt like it would be so cool if we got like a Stephen King MCU kind of thing, just where the movies are all interconnected and shit. That would be really fucking cool.
And see, that would be, because I know with the about the Dark Tower. Dark Tower's been in production, we call production hell, for probably about 20 years. And so rights were passed when directors come on and come off and all sorts of kind of stuff. And it felt like it was even something like maybe the studio that had it was about to lose the rights, so they kind of rushed it. But you're right. It would be so cool to get some kind of like an MCU kind of thing. And the person who can start universes better than anybody else, Jon Favreau. You get him to direct Dark Tower, you will have 20 of those movies, and it'll be the next big thing, because that's what that guy does.
Awesome. Well, we definitely wanted to take the opportunity this week to wish a big happy birthday to Stephen King. So happy birthday, Stephen. I know you never listen to this, but happy birthday from all of us at Week in Horror.
Hey, have faith. He might as someone.
You never know.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Stephen.
Happy birthday, man.
All right. Now, before we close this bad boy out, something that I wanted to do that was really, really important to me. I wanted to, for us here at Week in Horror, for us three hosts, to put a huge thanks out to the two individuals who have helped to make this show a reality. And first and foremost, Johnny, if you want to come back on, because the three of us wanted. Hey, the three of us want to really thank you for everything you've done for us. I know it started out as just a little guest gig to pop on, but your advice and your technical expertise and your love of this genre have gone far beyond anything that we anticipated, and you have willingly and just, out of the kindness of your heart, donated your time, donated your energy, and really helped us make this show better. Like, for example, you fucking saved our live stream tonight. You really did. And I hope to have you on the show many, many times. You're a part of the Week in Horror family now. And I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping make our dream, a reality, for helping to make this thing come true. So thank you from me, man.
Oh, man, like I said, anytime. It's fun. You guys are, well, some of you guys are cool. I don't know which ones yet. And I've actually had a blast whenever I had the opportunity to guest host. So it's fun, and then, you guys are drowning there a little bit, so I staved off the Camp Crystal Lake monsters. And JL, yes, Dave, you are absolutely 100% incorrect about the ending of The Mist. It is not about the being afraid will make you do anything. You missed the boat on this one.
I see what you're
doing. Okay.
Oh, you want me to explain?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh. So it's not about the fear of, fear will make you do anything, right? So at the very end of the film, they've exhausted all their avenues. Everywhere they've gone, there's been nothing but this mist everywhere. And they know that inside of the mist, a bunch of big, giant fucking insects that like to eat people. So instead of waiting to be, ripped to shreds and suffer violent death by insects, they all agree that let's just get this shit done with. And Thomas Jane's character is the only one who has the fortitude to be able to do this, to be able to, sacrifice everybody's, I don't know, just kill them all. Shoot his son in the fucking face. And that's horrible, right? Because he yes. Knowing in his mind, he knows he's going to die. He knows he's dead. And he steps out of his car waiting for one of these giant monsters that they just watched walk across the screen to pick him up and end him. And then all of a sudden, here comes the rescue. Here comes the lady who he wouldn't walk to her car so she could go get her kids. It was about his principles, his fortitude, I need to take care of my family first, failed. It was about his failure as a human being. It's his failure as a father, all culminating into that last bit. He failed so much that he had to execute his own son for nothing. It is a complete deconstruction of the human spirit.
Well, yeah, because he was driven by fear of not wanting this to happen to his child. So he was opting that because he was afraid of what would happen, afraid of his child going through the torment of being ripped apart by monsters. So he was saving his child that anguish because that fear overrode his I would say, his survival instinct, his common sense. So, yeah, fear, makes you do anything, which I think was the tagline for the movie. Or
was it?
You guys are both right.
Was it?
No, it was
I think you're thinking of something else.
No, The Mist.
The Google Foo is strong with this
Google Foo.
Yes, it is.
This is our trivia question.
Fear. Okay, that's it. Oh, so I was like, taglines. I love how you can just do that. Stephen King's legendary tale of terror. Oh, there. Fear changes everything.
Yeah,
which is the whole point of it.
Did this just turn into a different podcast?
It did.
And the whole notion it all centers around the conversation that Thomas Jane's character that he has with I can't remember her name.
Laurie Holden.
Laurie Holden. Yeah, I was thinking of Walking Dead, but the whole conversation is if you put people in, but you put as long as everything is working, as long as you call the police, as long as the machines are working. Yep. But you put people in the dark and you scare the shit out of them, then all bets are off. Anything can happen.
Sure.
And he himself falls victim to that in the very end.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not going to hijack this anymore. I understand what you're saying, but ultimately, if you look at the minutia, if you look at the big picture of what happened with his character, his whole character arc, it's a giant failure. Like,
true, yeah.
You know, the complete deconstruction of his of the human spirit. Because if you think about it, yeah, the fear drove him to not want to, you know, figure out a way to survive anymore. It's like, we ran out of gas. Oh shit! All I gotta do is wait 10 more seconds, and then here comes the army. You know. Anyway.
That sounds like something we should talk about on the Master Debaters, maybe.
Although there's not a series. There's not a series for that.
Oh yeah, it's just the one.
That's true.
Maybe we'll do a section on like Stephen King films or something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's
gave up a point with it. Jessica G. JL Warren gave up a point with a brain fart. I can't give up any more points, Jessica. You have me at 0.
No, you have 1.5. You have 1.5.
I toggle back and forth between 1.5 and 0, but I'm constantly losing points. I don't know how this is. It's like I have a 1.5 concession point that constantly gets thrown in. That I think she just give me a point, just take it away. That's all she's doing.
Probably. It's a tease point. That's what it is.
So, once again, a giant thank you to you, Johnny, for everything you do for us.
Yes.
We really, truly appreciate it, and we hope you remember the Week in Horror family for a good long time to come. I also wanted to send out a giant thank you to my wife, Angela, who is the editor of this show. For over a year now, she has been cutting these episodes together and making it the best that it possibly can before it goes live every Sunday. She is the driving force behind this show, because we could not put it out if it wasn't for her. She is mind-numbingly fast. She is incredibly talented as an editor, and she just stepped up and said, "Yo, I'll knock it out." Because originally I had someone else planned to edit this show, and unfortunately it didn't work out. And she just jumped in there. It was like, "I'll do it. I'll knock it out." And then boom, she's done it. She is our Audacity master. Hopefully here pretty soon, we'll be able to upgrade our editing program so that she can work with something a little bit more powerful. But thank you, sweetheart. It's been an amazing year working on this with you. She and I recently celebrated our 17 years together, 7-year married anniversary. And for the last year, she's been just helping us put this out every single week. She cranks it out, which is pretty fucking amazing. So thank you, sweetheart. I love you for all the work that you've done. Truly, truly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much. When we have our multiple takes or breaks or brain farts or anything like that, and you make us sound professional and everything. Sometimes takes a lot of work to do, but we could not do this without you. And we started the podcast, and she was like, "Let me take a stab at it." And a year later, she's still going strong on it. And so Angela, thank you so much. Thank you. And Johnny, everything you've done for the podcast, I can't even put into words. It's amazing. You definitely bailed me out. Thank you very much. As my computer was like about to crash. So you're amazing. Both y'all amazing. Thank you so much.
Seriously, and I'd like to personally thank Angela. We've put some stuff out there, especially when Johnny's around. He does something to people and just makes them talk stupid, and has taken like these almost impossible feats that we've thrown at her and just absolutely turned it into something that has worked. Because we're here, both of you guys. It's like this whole team now. We got this little family going. It's pretty cool. So I'd like to thank both of you personally. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Johnny, for being there when I can't or when Eugene can't, stepping in and taking the reins there. So appreciate y'all.
Oh, like I said, it's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. So that bird's showing his ass.
That bird is showing its ass. That baboon ass over there.
This is what I think of your show. Fuck you guys.
Oh man. So yeah, man, that pretty much brings us to the end. I want to thank every single person out there in the live stream who's hung with us. I know things were really, really fucked up there at the beginning, but thank you for hanging in there, and Johnny O for getting this all sorted out. Congratulations to our winners. If you will send us your contact information, your shipping information to weekinhorror@gmail.com, then we will get these shipped out to you ASAP. Hopefully, the COVID situation won't delay it. I always ship via FedEx because the USPS is literally imploding as we speak. So we will get these out to you ASAP. As usual, thank you so much to everybody coming in. You can visit us at weekinhorror.net. Throw us your email address on our website. We will permanently enter you in for a mystery horror shirt drawing. The top of every single month, we do a drawing, get a mystery horror shirt out of the big collection that we have. And we do that every single month. So be sure to check that out. Links to everything, our episodes on all of your favorite podcasting sites are all available on our website, as well as the links to our online store where you can get Week in Horror official merchandise. Here pretty soon, we will have the Week in Horror Season 2 artwork t-shirt coming out to Teespring. We will have that up, but you can get a Season 1 artwork t-shirt right now, or a coffee mug, or a sticker. The magnet, unfortunately, is not going to happen. I misread Teespring's thing. Magnets are not available. They can only do different kinds of stickers. But it's a big-ass Week in Horror sticker, so what the fuck. As always, we love your feedback, your comments, and your questions, and your criticisms, of which we anticipate a lot, given what happened at the beginning of this. So you can send all of that to weekinhorror@gmail.com. We love to hear what you think. Anything you have to say. We learned a lot from doing this first live stream. We intend to do lots more live streams, and hopefully we will see you guys again. So definitely thank you so much there. And always Facebook, Twitter, you can follow us there, facebook.com/weekinhorror, @weekinhorror on Twitter. Or you can be sure, subscribe to us here, youtube.com/weekinhorror. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It really, really helps us out. Share it along if you like it. And if you really fucking love what we do, and I'm talking really love what we do.
Or just kind of. I mean, that's fine too.
Yeah, even a little bit.
You can support us. You can support us at Patreon. www.patreon.com/weekinhorror. We have tiers as low as $1. That's literally $1 a month. You can help be the show as a horror. You can help support the show as a horror fanatic, going all the way up to $25. Our big tier, we only have 5 available for those. But for $25 a month, you can be on this show. We want